South Africa have completed quite a big chase to finish off their World Cup preparations in their warm up. They chased down 187 in the lot of overs that was available to them, with Rassie van der Dussen scoring 101 of 51 balls that included 4 sixes and 10 fours. Excellent performance from the batsmen, particularly from the batters like Temba Bavuma put in a shift. He really had to steady the ship with Rassie in the middle of overs to actually give Rassie that platform to be able to kick on, get his half century, and go on. It's a pity Temba went for the shot that he did to lose his wicket in the end. He could have gotten a half century himself and maybe be there until the end, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But it should give him confidence going into the next game. But Rassie van der Dussen, my word, what a knock. I know this is a warm-up game, but the confidence that this will give South Africa heading into that match against Australia, particularly the way the Australian match went today, I think that it will give South Africa a lot of confidence going into this tournament. Now, let's get into today's discussion. I would like to hear what you guys have to say in the live chat. But first and foremost, what you guys have to do is download the latest issue of Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Monthly magazine, every single month to your inbox, 100% free. The link is in the description, and if you click the eye on the top of the right of the screen, you will get free access to that magazine. Also, what you guys need to do if you are new to this channel is click subscribe, click that notification bell for all future videos. Smash that like button, comment in the comment section, share this with all your friends and family. Here we Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. I'm your host, Khalid. This is my co-host, Aditya. And today we will be discussing the second warm-up, the final warm-up, heading into South Africa's first World Cup game against Australia on Saturday. First and foremost, let's just chat about this particular game. We can start off with the bowlers. We're not going to get into the batters quite yet. Let's start with the bowlers. They were obviously playing in Abu Dhabi. We got a sense of what the wicket was like. The spinners not necessarily getting into the action as much as we'd hoped. And a lot of us were talking about this last night on the show when we were talking about is the UAE wickets going to be spin friendly, etc. But when we chat about this and we chat about the bowling unit, there is one thing that I have to say. I was very impressed with Kagiso Rabada today. He kept his, particularly the Yorker deliveries. I was very impressed with Anrich Nokia as well. The rhythm that they're getting. It was good practice for the bowlers to go up there and try to put in a performance, even though Tabraiz Shamsi had to leave off early. And I just have to give you guys an update on Tabraiz Shamsi. So far, there was a little, you could see he had a little niggle with his groin. There was a little problem on the field. We left the field. They took him out of the match as a precaution, and they're going to obviously go and assess him tomorrow morning and then see how he is for the rest of the tournament. If we lose Tabraiz Shamsi in this World Cup, guys, it's going to be a massive loss for South Africa. I think that yes, George Linder can come in, who adds a little bit with the bat, but there's too much similarities, I feel, between Keshav, Bjorn, and George Linder when it comes to spin bowling. So Tabraiz Shamsi adds that little bit of extra and variation and wrist spin and movement and a bit of magic, that uncertainty for the batsman on the other end. So it will be a massive loss. I hope he recovers. I hope he recovers quickly. I see Ashid saying no, Khalid, they should get Tahir if Shamsi is injured. I hope that was possible, because if that was possible, that could happen. I mean, I think he does live in the UAE now. I think Tahir, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he does have a house there or lives there or whatever. So they could possibly just maybe bend the rules there and SEC to get him in there. But other than that, we're hoping that Tabraiz Shamsi recovers very quickly. Aditya, your thoughts on the bowling performance as a whole? What was your thoughts on the bowling performance? Because when they put on that score, I was like, "Ooh, this is going to be a proper test for South Africa's batters." We were waiting for a test like this.
Absolutely. The bowlers did a decent job. I thought there's some bowlers who went for runs as expected, and that was going to be Andrik Nokia and Vian Mulder today, which is all right. You know, when you're playing a team against Pakistan and conditions the beginning, although they did favor South Africa a bit more than Pakistan, you know, some bowlers were going to be targeted, and Hendrik Nokia with his extra pace and Vian Mulder would have been targeted. That makes perfect sense. I thought Keshav bowled quite well. He went for 7 runs and over, picked the wicket, opened the bowling as well, just fantastic. KG was outstanding. You know, I think he got 2 wickets with that Yorker delivery, and um, he that change in pace I thought was fantastic. The ball that got Shoaib Malik out because he was quite clearly deceived. So you know, KG is showing himself to be quite a versatile bowler, and you know, it's good to see that he has a bunch of tricks up his sleeve.
And I think Andrew Nokia as well, trying a few different things. I mean, I was happy to see that the pace that he was actually generating on this wicket. It was good to see that. I was
Yeah.
really enjoying that. I hope that he can get more of that on slower wickets as well, but not maybe as fast, but at least faster than everybody else, so that you can be that X factor when it comes to the pace. But I mean, Kakisor about it was really good to see him back to his old ways, getting that rhythm. Because for bowlers, these warm up games I think means a lot because it gets them into the rhythm, it gets them into the flow into it. With batters is a bit different, especially in T20 cricket, because on the day they can just turn up. Like I'm not going to read too much into someone like Quinton de Kock's form currently. Like some people might, but I won't. Quinton de Kock is the type of guy that on the day he can just do something magnificent, and I think Australia is his calling. He does against Australia every single time he plays against him. So it's like an extra bit of fire that's in his heart that just blows when he needs to play. Temba Bavuma, for example, today, a little bit better than the last one. At least there's improvement. That's the main thing for me is that I'm seeing that there's improvement from game to game. The one concern for me, though, in this is still that Heinrich Klaassen is coming out before David Miller. I think that needs to switch around. I think they need to bring out David Miller into situations like that when there's 5 overs left. I think David Miller needs to come out and be the man to do that. That's my opinion on that particular thing. I don't know what you thought about the batting, but I have to first and foremost say congratulations to Rassie van der Dussen because we've been waiting for an innings like this from him for so long, and for him to get the first 100 in T20 cricket, his first 100 in T20 cricket in this circumstance, under these conditions, chasing a total, they were really looking like they were going to lose that game. And what I liked about this particular mentality, and I know this is just a warm up game, but the mentality was right. The rotation of the strike, you know, David Miller noticing that, look, yeah, I need to take the Rassie needs to take the last over, give him in the strike to and take it home. What is your thoughts, Aditya, on the batting performance particularly?
Right. So first off, I thought 187 was quite a stiff target, and I had my doubts about whether South Africa would have been able to pull it off, particularly after 2 wickets went off quite early. You know, I think at the end of 3 overs they were 15 for 2, and when you're chasing 187 9 out of 10 times with that sort of score, you're bound to lose the game. So that partnership between Rassie and Temba was great. You know, the 107-run partnership, and there was a balance um, between what between Rassie's aggression and I suppose Temba's rotation of strike. Um, Rassie, I think he played a 360-degree game. You know, there was switch hits from him. There was some serious sixes, and his fitness was outstanding because you know he was hitting the ball in the 18th over. He was hitting the ball miles out of the boundary. So I think one of the commentators said that he's not exactly a power player, but the man has serious power. It's
Mm.
unbelievable. That was one of the best T20 knocks I've seen from a South African in a long, long time. And full credit to him. You can saying that um, that knock shouldn't hide some of the flaws in Temba's innings. I understand that the intention is to get Temba back into form, and
Mm.
I do think
No,
that Temba played some interesting shots
yeah.
there, undoubtedly,
Mm.
uh, undoubtedly. But I think if but I'm very happy that South Africa won, because if South Africa lost this game, there would have been a lot of criticism for Temba. And
Yeah,
sometimes I think it's good that he's got a little bit of slack there. Uh, but in saying that, I thought David Miller, he should come out ahead of Klaassen. There's no doubt about it. But then again, David Miller's Heinrich Klaassen is another candidate who needs to get back into form.
mm.
So yeah,
Yeah. You see, Temba does need to improve his strike rate. Yes, he needs to he needs to battle a little faster. Yes, and I think with if Quentin de Kock gets a good start, Bavuma's innings doesn't look as bad, you know.
yeah,
And if he can do that with a partner and take it through, like he did with Rasi for a while, and I think sometimes that is my criticism of Bavuma, is that sometimes his shot selection at certain times is not the greatest. He sometimes
yeah,
picks the wrong shot for certain situations, which he did. That's how he went out. And also at the time when he did the same thing against who was it, when he scored 48 and he went out. He did something similar in that particular game before in the series is leading up to the World Cup, you know. So that is my concern a little bit about him. When he gets closer to that milestone mark, he gives it away. I'm just happy about the fact that I saw him play some shots. His hand is
yeah,
looking good. He's looking good in the middle, because ultimately, I just want South Africa to be in the best situation as possible. And if the coaches are backing Bavuma constantly, you want the best Bavuma out in the middle. Why would you want to see a, a horrible out of form Bavuma go and take it to the middle? Because we're not going to stop the coaches from selecting him. He's the captain of the side. So we want the best possible Ruma out there, and that's all I want. Is I want the best players out there. I want the players to be at their peak when they're going into this World Cup tournament. There are concerns, obviously, over Klassen, because for some time now he's been out of form, and I was hoping that this would have been, and that would have been the coach's mindset too. Let him go out there, let him get some confidence. At least he'll feel a little bit more confident, because Muller did get a little bit taste of that confidence in the last game when he came out and he hit that 20 of 10. So he did get a little bit of that bat on balls, going for the big shots, etc. But when it comes to Bavuma, we need to stop complaining about it. We need to stop complaining about the situation and just accept it, because that's what Boucher wants, and it's a warm up. And I think what we wanted out of these two warm up games, we got. We got an opportunity to watch our bowlers completely dominate in the first game. We got to watch our batters completely dominate. Oh, well, not all our batters, but we got to see Rassi, particularly because there were some criticisms of Rassi heading into this World Cup tournament. There was some criticism over him not being able to do this, finish a game for us, smack the ball for six. I've seen it in domestic games consistently. I've seen him do it. So I knew he had the capabilities of doing it. It's just never had an opportunity to do that at domestic level. I mean, at international level yet. So it was good to see him get over the line at least. So I'm all in all, I'm happy about this, the performance and the preparation leading into that Australia game. Um, Especially with regards to spinners. We obviously going to do a preview show tomorrow, guys. So we will chat about the Australia game in depth tomorrow, about what we'd like to see and what we'll take from this warm-up game. Final thoughts from you, Aditya.
yeah. All in all, productive outing for South Africa. They got, as you said, they got what they wanted from this game as well as the previous warm up game, and there's plenty to be pleased about. Um, Great to see Rassi back in some good nick, because there was criticism, and I was actually worried that Rassi might not get an extensive role to play, or that he'd bat at number 5. So it's very good to see him bat at number 3. Um, and he finished the innings, which is so important. That's again the definition of smart cricket. He got in, he got set, he consolidated, then he attacked, and he finished it. That was a fantastic effort. I'm also happy for Temba, um, despite the criticism, um, and I'm sure he also understands that he needs to work on his strike rate. And you could see that there were certain times when he was going for it and trying to attack. Uh, and then there were a couple of times when he actually connected, which was great. But I do think that he'll come good in the next couple of games when they start their campaign against Australia. But yeah, all in all, a fantastic game.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you a lot, Dylan, for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Let me just get to some of the comments over here and just read them out. I'm not going to rebuttal them right now. We can maybe chat about all your points tomorrow. But Vuma's strike rate is 109. Khalid, surely that is not good enough. No, it's not good enough. It needs to be better, and it needs to get better leading into the Australia game. I hope he bats better in the Australia game, and I'm not defending him on that. I do think that the knock itself was good for him personally, for fitness wise and for confidence wise going into the Australia game. At least he knows he can have confidence with his hand. At least to know that he's hitting the ball well, he's striking the ball well. For his personal confidence, it's good. But from a South Africa all over, from a South African point of view, I would like him to see him to actually take it on. If he got the 50 in the amount of balls that he got and then kicked on and he ended up with like a 70 or 30, 45 balls or whatever, it was for 70 of, sorry, a 70 of like 60 balls or 70 or 50 odd balls. That could have happened in the end. You don't know what could have happened if you kicked on. I'm just being optimistic here, guys. This is the approach of Bavume in high pressure run chases will cost South Africa a lot of matches in the future. Rassi said us today, but it won't happen every day. I see you guys are going after Bavuma quite a lot. I don't know what the man does need to do for you guys to give him a little bit of praise at least. Miller done his job, 6 in the final over, good enough with 19 to win the final over, job done. Quentin de Kock, bats crap. He is not got to score big. He just gives his wickets away right through the IPL and both warm-up games. I think it will be different in the World Cup. Babulmak only gets these odd 40s when he bats slow just so he can get the score instead of scoring fast. I don't really think that his approach, his mindset is like that. I think it's about him at least being on the other end, so not losing a lot of wickets on the other end is also very important. If Rassi was losing a lot of the partners on the other end as well, and Bavuma wasn't rotating the strike to give Rassi the strike so that he could to bat freely, you need to also think about that and that role in the team as well, which I think Bavuma is going to be playing in this particular team. I don't know. That's just my thought on it. I'm not defending, or you guys think I'm defending blindly. I'm trying to think of this tactically. There must be a reason why Boucher and the selectors, or the Boucher and the coaching staff, continuously pick Bavuma and made him captain. Miller should get more balls to play. I agree with you on that one. In order to give other players balls, you are not getting 100% from Miller, and that will cost you a World Cup if this continues. And we know how shit you are a massive Miller fan, so that will also help you in that comment. And ultimately, I agree with you. I think he should be coming out ahead of Klassen. In fact, if I pick my 11 against Australia, Klassen doesn't make my side, to be honest. Ungama, the last time we saw Rassi was in MSL 1.0 in 2018. Miller 6 was also very crucial, giving him the credit where it's due. Yes, it was very crucial as well. That's why I said I think Miller's role that he played towards the end here was excellent. I think he did a good job coming in there and what he did with what he had available to him. I like to see that mentality that he seems very focused, and I'm very, very excited about that. We might have a fan call in tomorrow. We probably will have a fan call in tomorrow for our review of the show. I would like to get the fans' thoughts as well on the preview of the show, a preview of the match. So I would like to get to know what you guys have to think about it. We'll probably do a call in as well on the review show after the match on Saturday as well. So just stay tuned for all of that, guys. We're going to try our best to give you as much as possible. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody. Thank you, Aditya. Go read his report, guys. It's on cricketfanaticsmag.com. Don't forget to sign up to the magazine. Link is in the description and in the eye. If you click the top right of the screen, and you'll get your free issue as well as all the back issues 100% free. So please go get involved over there and do so immediately. You get exclusive content around from all sorts of guys giving you video content. There's obviously written content as well, easily to read on your mobile device, on your tablet, and as well as on your computer. So please go ahead and do that. But you know that if you're new to this channel, if this is the first time you guys are watching us, please subscribe to this channel. click that notification bell for all future videos. We even made a fancy button for you. Smash the like button, comment, share with all your friends and family. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll see you again tomorrow with our preview show. Take care, everybody.